Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jan Moses. Welcome back to the Salary Cap Report series. It's been a minute since my last episode of the series because we already had round two kind of wrapped up, but now we're starting up round three, the final round that we have to grind out to get these final two Shattered Prize pieces so that we can get our second and final 92 plus hidden gems from grinding out salary cap here in season 2 of NBA 2K25 MyTeam. Now we do have a good amount of stuff to cover in this episode. We're going to begin by talking about our lineup, and then we're going to be diving into some packs that we have here, including this Barons of Ball 10-pack box that we got from finally completing the Tuesday agendas. I'm sorry I'm so late with this 10-pack box. I haven't really been enjoying my team as much lately, and I was really busy last week anyways, as it was, and so if I wanted to make time for my team, I would have had to have really tried to move things around, and the game is just not in a place right now where I'm necessarily loving it, and so I figured I'd wait until the weekend so that I could live stream it, currently live on YouTube. Shout out to everyone in chat right now, including DJ, who's saying YouTube voice commence. I've been told that I have a different voice for YouTube videos versus YouTube streams, so if I do, I apologize. Or I don't know. Maybe I don't. Anyways, getting on to the salary cap lineup. I don't exactly remember what my lineup looked like the last time I made one of these videos. I could have gone back and looked, but that would make me a polished YouTuber, and that is not something that I am nowadays. I'm kind of washed up, I feel like. Although we are grinding for 1,000 subs, so if you are new to the channel, please help us out grinding to 1,000. We'd love to hit that. I was saying by the end of the year, but honestly, given how infrequently I've been uploading, unless I pick it up, I feel like I don't deserve to hit it by the end of the year. So maybe by the end of January. My birthday is in January. I would think a great gift would be hitting 1,000. So I'm going to be trying to grind for that at least. But anyways, lineup. I believe I had Brandon Jennings in my last lineup that I had shown in the last salary cap report episode. And if I didn't, he was my starting point guard to end my round 2 run. And we ended at 13-3. Really strong round 2 for us. I've heard from people in chat, namely Hoops Highlight, shout out to Hoops, that it's really sweaty this weekend, which makes sense. Round 3 just started this weekend, and he's telling me how he's playing against teams with Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr. and Chris Paul. I played against one guy that had Chris Paul in round 2, and I did beat him, but that Chris Paul card is a problem, especially with a guy like Brandon Jennings at the point guard spot. Now, there is a new addition we're making to my team, and it's probably the only player who I like in terms of salary cap from this latest set that we got on Friday, the Lightning Strike. And I don't think it's too big of a secret. That player is none other than DeAndre Ayton, who I think is an absolute animal. Now, the problem with me bringing in DeAndre Ayton is naturally he's 2,000 salary, which I think is the highest salary that an Amethyst can get to. But he's a really damn good card, and I feel like he's the kind of card where if you use your center a lot like I do, you're going to want to make room for him. And so for that reason, I'm going to first start by removing Vince Carter, who I don't even really use that much anyways. I'm going to remove him from the lineup, and at least for now, I'm going to throw in Otto Porter because he's only 500. And now, frustratingly, putting in Otto Porter still leaves me at 100 salary over the salary cap limit, which kind of sucks. But then I did discover something when going through some of the other players in my collection and their respective salaries. So Brandon Jennings is unfortunately 2,400, which means he's a little too high salary for me. And honestly, as much as I love Brandon Jennings, I feel like if I were to go one tier lower and pick an Amethyst point guard like my captain, Jalen Brunson, and I save 900 salary, I don't know if I can confidently say Brandon Jennings is 900 salary in value better than Jalen Brunson. And bringing in Jalen Brunson now frees up, we're now 800 under the salary cap. That gives us some room to mess around and bring in some other players, such as an Amethyst card that we got a week or so ago, maybe a week and a half ago, who I think really made a positive impact on our team. And that is Eduardo Najera, who is now down from 2,000 salary to 1,200. And that I think is actually very interesting. So we're going to now put Eduardo Najera at the 4. I think this, for me at least, is a nasty starting 5. And I mean, all my top 5 salary players are now in my starting 5. I kind of feel like in real life New York Knicks, I have a very top heavy starting 5. and then a bench that's actually not bad. Like, I love Mario Chalmers. He's great. And Mario Chalmers is still only 800 salary, which is also nice because finally it feels like the 2K devs heard me. I don't want to say complaining. I was more so in disbelief that Austin Rivers was 800 in salary for the longest time. He's finally up to 1200 salary, which I think is deserved. This card is so damn good, and honestly, Mario Chalmers should also be 1200 in salary. Now, if you're looking for another point guard option who's kind of good, you know, maybe tall like Austin Rivers, but he might not give you as much defensive versatility that Austin Rivers does, but he comes in at 800 salary. You want to bring in a guy like that. Rodney Stuckey. I think he's great. He is a really fast jumper. It's almost too fast for me. I was struggling to green with it, but I'm considering bringing him back in, especially if I end up wanting to add some better players to my lineup. You know, I could take out Jalen Brunson, bring in Rodney Stuckey, who's 700 salary less than Jalen Brunson, and he's probably going to be better defensively than Brunson because he's like, what, 2 inches taller than Brunson, with, I think, similar ratings. But we are going to try out this lineup first. One thing I would say, oh, wait, hold on. Can I bring in Purvis Elson? I don't know if I can. Let's see. I feel like he's going to be 800. Oh, Purvis Elton is 500? That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to bring in Purvis because even though I did use him in my last salary cap game that I played and I lost in that game on stream, I still feel like Purvis Ellison can green threes here and there. And so I'm going to bring him in and see if I can make him work for me in my next salary cap game. But this puts me in a position where I could, you know, I still have one more, 100 extra salary to work with. I'd probably, at this point, bench one of these 200 gold rated players that I have and bring in, like, an Emerald who I like, who's only making 300 in salary. And there are a lot of them. Like, I mean, all these cards that I'm looking at right here. Like, Tyson Chandler is a great backup big. Although, if you have Desanya Diop, he's only 200 in salary, and he's elite. George McLeod is one of my favorite Emeralds. I could bring in George McLeod. Keontae George is probably the guy I'm going to bring in. A 6'4", right? 6'4" point guard. 6'4" point guard with 6 gold badges, 6 silver badges, and his badges are really good. Jumper is really smooth. This is a good option. I'll probably bring him in, and that puts us right in at 10,000. Other good Emerald options that you could bring in. Let's look at the small forward. Jamario Moon's pretty damn good. Matisse Thybulle being 500 is a little disappointing, but it's kind of warranted. He's an absolute monster. Who else could we bring in? I feel like I don't really have many other players that I like. Yeah, I mean, the aforementioned Tyson Chandler is not bad either. I feel like it's more so going to be the point guards and shooting guards. We'll see how these Lightning Strike players settle out salary-wise over the next week. Right now, I feel like they're all at their max value. We'll see if DeAndre Ayton drops in value at all over the course of the week. We'll check back again on Tuesday morning when we're live on stream again to see if he's down to like 1,500 salary, because if he is, then we can rejigger the lineup and bring in more players. I also want to give DeAndre Ayton a shoe, potentially. We'll have to see about that. Okay, let's get to the packs really quickly. I guess we'll start with this Gems of the Game pack because we want to get the golds out of the way nice and early. Let's also make sure that I am recording. And we are. Hi, YouTube. All right, here we go. Give me the gold player. Yep. As always, we get the gold. We get Quinn Cook. Golden State Warrior legend Quinn Cook. Let's get this Poetry in Motion base pack out of the way. I got this out of a prize ball, which, speaking of things earlier in stream that we barely get in this game, I got so many prize balls by playing the game last year. I don't get any, but we do get an absolute stud in Josh Hart, who I don't think I have Josh Hart. Oh, I do. Never mind. Is he unsellable? He is. Well, thank you for your services, Josh Hart. An 80-plus overall hidden gems. We got this pack, I think, from grinding out that triple-double event in the weekly agendas for Domantas Sabonis' Diamond. We're very close to adding him to the team. Let's see who we get here. We get Brooke Lopez. I can't say I'm excited about that because I have his Ruby Hidden Gems card, and that card has 25 speed, so I'm assuming the Emerald one has negative 25 speed. All right. 87 plus overall premium. I kind of want to save this for after the 10-pack box, but, whatever. We'll get the best card we're going to get in this pack opening out of the way now. This was for logging in every day last week. Let's see. Can we get a solid Gems of the Game card who I don't have? Come on. We get Ron Brewer. I'm assuming that's the father of Ronnie Brewer. We'll take a look at what that card looks like. All right, here we go. Barons of Ball 10-pack box. We have yet to see a promo player come out of any of these 10-pack boxes outside of like those low tier golds and emeralds from last week. We never ever get any shakes out of these boxes whenever we have a 10-pack box for a set that's all diamonds and above. Actually, I forget if Barons of Ball is diamonds and above. Maybe there are other players in this set. We'll see. I don't remember. We get Tyrese Maxey, who, if you want to get Tyrese Maxey, you can grind out an agenda set that we got just last week, where you need to score like 50 points with the 76ers player to get a card that we got in week 1. So thank you for that, 2K. We get Damian Lillard, and we get Jeff Foster. Okay, I may be totally wrong on this. No, okay, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I thought that Jeff Foster was a ref, but I think I'm thinking of Scott Foster. All right. We got BBL, Big Booty Lowry, in pack number 3. Pack number 4, another gold. Kevon Looney, who I think I already have. That 97 Heat floor is pretty dope. All right, halfway through the box, our best pulls have been 2 rubies. Oh, we get Robin Lopez. So that's right, I forgot. Barons of Ball does have a couple of Knicks players that are all low tier. I'll gladly take Rolo. Pack 6. All the low tier cards coming our way. Dalen Terry. Get some nice fourth quarter bucks against my Knicks on Wednesday. That was not fun to watch, excuse me. We get Miles Turner. These 10-pack boxes, man, these are like worthless rewards. Like, why am I grinding out agendas for a 10-pack box where I'm going to just get Series 1 and Gems of the Game players? It makes no sense to me. All right, final 2 packs. I think there are 2 rubies that were actually solid. One of them was a Knicks player. Can we get one of those rubies out of this one? Nope, we get Paolo Banchero. Speedy recovery for him, hopefully. So no shakes. We get an emerald. We get Jalen Rose. So we get 2 players from the set. 2 of them are Knicks players, which I can't complain about. But then both of them are emeralds. So are these agendas worth it on Tuesdays? You be the judge. I feel like it's not worth it at all. I'll send the logo. I'll send whatever I can to my auctions. And then what do I get for these cards? 3,375 MT. Thanks, 2K. That's great. All right. Well, anyways, that's the video. Let me know down below in the chat what's your guys' lineup looking like, or at least what's your starting 5 looking like for round 3 of salary cap. Again, I feel like, you know, we're going to see some really good teams out there, especially over these first few days. Because, you know, again, if you've been keeping up with the first 2 rounds of salary cap, you're going to have that second Hidden Gems Diamond player waiting for you in this round. So, you know, you're going to probably want to try to grind out this game mode as soon as you can to try to get to 2,500 to get those final 2 Shadow Prize pieces. I'm going to be taking my time because I'm in no rush to get it. I just want to get it done within these final 2 weeks of Season 2. And then we'll see what Season 3 brings, because my team is in a really interesting place. I will be recording a video at some point before the end of Season 2 going over my thoughts on the state of my team right now and what my concerns are, because I think we're in a really, really scary place if you're a low money spent or no money spent player in my team here in NBA 2K25. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the love on the channel. Again, we are on the road to 1,000 subs. We'd love to get there within the next couple of months. We'll see. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And until next time, I'm out. See you later.